darshitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ajnanati mirandasya Yanajana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Stavaram Jangamam Vyaktam Yat Kisitsa Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Babaji Vyapi Yat Sarvam Trilokyam Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sarvashruti Shiroratna Virajita Padambujaha Vedantam Bhuja Suryoya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chaitanya Shashvata Shanto Yomatito Niranjana Bindunada Kalatita Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Anashati Samaruda Tatvamala Vibhushita Bhakti Mukti Pradata Cha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Aneka Janma Samprapta Karma Bandha Vidahine Atmanyana Pradhanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sushanam Bhava Sindosha Nyapanam Sara Sampada Guru Padodakam Samyak Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Na Guru Radhikam Tattvam Na Guru Radhikam Tapaham Tattvajnanat Param Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Manata Shri Jagannatha Madguru Shri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru Radhiranadisha Guru Paramadevatam Guru Parataram Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva Bandhusha Sakha Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Jai Guru Deva Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Bhagavan. 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 Anatanata Bhakta Janapala Swami Vishwananda Bhagavan. Anatanata Bhakta Janapala Swami Vishwananda Bhagavan. Anatanata Bhakta Janapala Swami Sachitananda Bhakti Muktidata Swami Vishwananda Bhagavan. 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 Jai Gurudeva Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Bhagavan. Jai Gurudeva Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Bhagavan. Jaya Gurudeva Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Bhagavan. Jai Gurudeva Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Bhagavan. Anatanata Bhakta Janapala Swami Vishwananda Bhagavan. Anatanata Bhakta Janapala Swami Vishwananda Bhagavan. Sachitananda Bhakti Muktidata Swami Vishwananda Bhagavan. Sachitananda Bhakti Muktidata Swami Vishwananda Bhagavan. Jaya Gurudeva Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Bhagavan. Jai Gurudeva Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Bhagavan. Jaya Gurudeva Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Bhagavan. Jai Gurudeva Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Bhagavan. Anatanata Bhakta Janapala Swami 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 Vishwananda Bhagavan. Sachitananda Bhakti Muktidata 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 Swami Vishwananda Bhagavan. Jaya Gurudeva Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Bhagavan. Jai Gurudeva Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Bhagavan. Jai Gurudeva Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Bhagavan. Jai Gurudeva Premavatara Vishwananda Bhagavan. Anatanata Bhakta Janapala Swami 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 Vishwananda Bhagavan. Sachidananda Bhakti Mukti Datta 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 Swami Vishwananda Bhagavan. Jai Gurudeva Premavatara Sri 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 Vishwananda Bhagavan. Jaya Gurudeva Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Bhagavan. Anatanata Bhakta Janapala Swami Vishwananda Bhagavan. Anatanata Bhakta Janapala Swami Vishwananda Bhagavan. Jai Gurudeva Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Bhagavan. Om Atarshishaya Namaha. Om Vishwamaya Namaha. Om Devakarya Samudhyataya Namaha. Om Sukshmatanave Namaha. Om Shimayaya Namaha. Om Guru Murtaye Namaha. Om Sundaraya Namaha. Om Sulochanaya Namaha. Om Sumukhaya Namaha. Om Charvasaya Namaha. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Padmabhujaya Namaha. Om Mandagamanaya Namaha. Om Charvardharine Namaha. Om Ramaya Namaha. Om Mandirasapakaya Namaha. Om Shridivavarshakaya Namaha. Om Gayatri Ajvane Namaha. Om Arpana Swikarakaya Namaha. Om Vishnu Pujakaya Namaha. Om Namo Narayana Mantra Prasakaya Namaha. Om Swaramayaya Namaha. Om Madhurakantaya Namaha. Om Krishna Sankirtana Gopaya Namaha. Om Sota Priyaya Namaha. Om Nitabashine Namaha. Om Vagmine Namaha. Om Chitrakala Visharadaya Namaha. Om Vratadharaya Namaha. Om Sadave Namaha. Om Jagatpantaya Namaha. Om Sarvalokahitaya Namaha. Om Bhakta Priyaya Namaha. Om Sutaya Namaha. Om Anukulaya Namaha. Om Neyaya Namaha. Om Sudarshanaya Namaha. Om Bhakta Vatsalaya Namaha. Om Prema Murtaye Namaha. Om Suvekshanaya Namaha. Om Pritivardhanaya Namaha. Om Swastidayakaya Namaha. Om Tarakaya Namaha. Om Anugrahaya Namaha. Om Vardhanaya Namaha. Om Architaya Namaha. Om Artaya Namaha. Om Siddhi Pradaya Namaha. Om Janardhanaya Namaha. Om Manoharaya Namaha. Om Akshaya Namaha. Om Siddheshwaraya Namaha, Om Vajmabhushitaya Namaha, Om Atmalingaya Namaha, Om Lingarshana Prasakaya Namaha, Om Siddhi Sadanaya Namaha, Om Madhavaya Namaha, Om Omkarapasakaya Namaha, Om Sukshmaya Namaha, Om Vishokaya Namaha, Om Satvikaya Namaha, Om Samadarshine Namaha, Om Dakshaya Namaha, Om Achityaya Namaha, Om Nirankaraya Namaha, Om Nirmohaya Namaha, Om Avyagraya Namaha, Om Jitakrodaya Namaha, Om Vinayashilaya Namaha, Om Svavashaya Namaha, Om Kushalaya Namaha, Om Shamaya Namaha, Om Satyadharmaya Namaha, Om Nirvikalpaya Namaha, Om Viraktaya Namaha, Om Atindraya Namaha, Om Satyasandhaya Namaha, Om Pavitraya Namaha, Om Madhurasvabhavaya Namaha, Om Suranandaya Namaha, Om Nandanaya Namaha, Om Prasanatmane Namaha, Om Bhaktanidaye Namaha, Om Sakshaye Namaha, Om Samatmaye Namaha, Om Sadayogine Namaha, Om Haraye Namaha, Om Sutapaya Namaha, Om Samyaya Namaha, Om Guyaya Namaha, Om Vimutatmaya Namaha, Om Gabiraya Namaha, Om Guptaya Namaha, Om Atmaramaya Namaha, Om Srinivasaya Namaha, Om Devaya Namaha, Om Dyutidaraya Namaha, Om Danyaya Namaha, Om Gurave Namaha, Om Duratikramaya Namaha, Om Gahanaya Namaha, Om Bhagavate Namaha, Om Harisharna Marga Darshakaya Namaha, Om Kutasha Jagartakaya Namaha, Om Abhiprayaya Namaha, Om Sarvamata Samatyaya Namaha, Om Kshamekata Bhavavadakaya Namaha, Om Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Swamine Namaha. Ato Deva Avantano Yato Vishnu Vichakrame Pradivya Sattadamapi Idam Vishnu Vichakrame Tredani Nade Padam Samudamasya Pagum Sure Tredi Pada Vichakrame Vishnu Gopada Abhya Tato Dharmani Dharyene Vishnu Dharmani Pashyati Ato Vratani Pashpase Indrasya Yujasaka Tat Vishnu Paramam Padagum Sada Pashyanti Surya Iveva Chakshuratatam Tat Vipraso Vipanyavo Jagruvagum Sasamingate Vishnurya Paramam Padam. Premavattaraya vidmaye Satguru Devaya dhimahi Tano Vishwananda prachodayate. Om Premavattaraya vidmaye Satguru Devaya dhimahi Tano Vishwananda prachodayate. Om Premavattaraya vidmahe Satguru Devaya dhimahi Tano Vishwananda prachodayate. Govinda. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suyakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada Sarvakareshu Sarvada. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai यो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि यो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि यो यो न प्रचोदयात्।
Shri Krishna Vishnu Madhusudana Ketabare Narayana Achyuta Trivikrama Chakrapane Deityadi Sarjadara Shridhara Vasudeva Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Rukmini Sabhavanasa Are Murare Radesha Gopisa Surupra Brahmadi Vandya Shri Dvarakashya Vaikuntha Pate Bhuvane Kamurte Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Minakrute Kamatarupa Varaha Murte Trivikramaya Bhuvane Bru Rama Rama Shri Rama Krishna Yadunandana Kalki Rupa Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Govinda Madhava Mukunda Parat Paresha Damodararchadara Nanda Kadhari Shori Gopa Gopi Jana Sambrita Dina Bando Gopi Jana Priyaraye Tava Suprabhatam Shirati Shain Bujagadi Patal Pashain Sadbhaktarit Sadana Shai Ramanga Shai Shri Gopa Vama Mrudutalpa Sukhadi Shai Gopa Vallabharaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Kashyapati Sukhanarada Gotamadi Brahmarshi Sangamani Sangava Bharateshu Tishtanti Devata Vasarshana Bhagyaheto Gopala Sekararaye Tava Suprabhatam Mandara Jadi Tulasi Dalamalikayahe Malyani Anjali Putir Samudaharanti Tishtanti Tvatbhavata Dharatale Munindraha Radha Manohararaye Tava Suprabhatam Vedatrayam Patati Gotamakana Guyaha Gayanti Sadguna Gano Varada Zavargaha Sankirtayanti Tava Nama Kada Visheshaha Shri Naradadeshaya Tava Suprabhatam Govardhanodana Gopa Kishora Gopa Gopi Janamrita Subesha Bhavadi Pota Trilokya Mohana Sumangala Divya Deha Shri Rukminisha Varada Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vatsya China Sharanagata Parijata Bhaktarti Banjana Kripa Karadina Bando Nityanta Gayati Jana Priya Divya Rupa Shri Nanda Gopatanaya Tava Suprabhatam Padmaksha Padma Mukha Padma Dara Prameya Padma Laya Sarta Padma Nivasa Shori Padmodbhavati Surasevita Pada Padma Padma Dinata Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Vrindatale Viharanaya Mahendra Vandya Kandarpadarpa Haratinya Sudesha Rupa Chandrananaya Siddha Chandana Lipna Deha Govindayala Varaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Nandanandana Yashoda Kumara Dira Mayangadina Davichona Supushpahara नीलम्बुदाशु शरीर रमा विहारा गोपाल देव हरये तव सुप्रभातम् श्रीवंशी जन्मवति सत्य सुगन्धि भद्रा श्रीमित्रविन्द दिवसा प्रभु पुत्रिकाय हे तिष्ठन्ति दिव्य भवमे तव सेवनार्थम् गोपी मना प्रियरये तव सुप्रभातम् श्रीकृष्ण अच्युतानन्त मुकुन्द शौरी राधा मनोहर जनार्दन चक्रपाणे नामानि दिव्यमुनयुर्न निशं वदन्ति ब्राह्मे मुहूर्त समये तव सुप्रभातम् श्री कृष्ण सुप्रभातम् ये पठन्ति हर्निशम् भूरि कृतान् महापापान् श्री कृष्णार्ग्राहे तुकाम्।
ईश्वर परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंद सर्वकरण कारण गोविंदमादि पुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविंदमादि पुरुषं तमहं भजामि चिन्तामणि प्रकार समसुखापवृक्षा लक्षावृतेषु सुरभिरभिपालयन्तं लक्ष्मीसहस्रशतसम्भ्रमसेव्यमानं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि
वेणुं पवन्तमरविन्ददलायताक्षम् पारावतं समसितं बुधसुन्दरङ्गं कन्दर्पकोटिकमनीयविशेषशोभं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि
अलोलचन्द्रकलसद्वनमाल्यवंशी रत्नं गदं प्रणयकेलिकलाविलासम् श्यामं त्रिभङ्गललितं नियतप्रकाशं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि
अङ्गानि यस्य सकलेन्द्रियवृत्तिमन्ति पश्यन्ति पन्ति कलयन्ति चिरं जगन्ति आनन्दचिन्मय सदुज्ज्वलविग्रहस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि
अद्वैतमच्युतमनादिमनन्तरूपम् आद्यं पुराणपुरुषं नवयौवनं च वेदेषु दुर्लभमधुर्लभमात्मभक्तो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि
पन्तस्तु कोटिशतवत्सरसम्प्रगम्यो वायोरथापि मनसो मुनिपुङ्गवानं सोऽप्यस्ति यत्प्रपदसिन्यविचिन्त्य तत्त्वे गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि
एकोऽप्यसोरचयतु जगन्तकोटिं यच्चस्तिरस्ति जगन्तचयान्ता अन्तरस्तपरमानुचयन्तरस्तं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि
यद्भावभाव vitadiyo manujasthateva samprapya rupamanimasanayana bhusha tukte yameva nigama pratitestuvanti govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabhis Tabirya eva nijarupataya kalabhihi Goloka eva nivasata kilatma bhuto Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena Santassa deva hiradeshu vilokayanti Yam shama sundaram achintya guna svarupam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Ramadi murdi sukalani amena tishtan Nanavataram akarut bhuvaneshu kintu Krishna svayam samabhavat paramam pumayam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yasya prabha prabhavato jagadandakoti Kotishvashesha vasudhadi vibhuti prinam Tatbrahmanishkalamanantamashesha bhutam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Maya yasya jaganta satani sute Trigunya tat vishaya veda vitayamana Sattva valambi parasattva vishuddha sattvam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Ananda chinmaya rasasmataya manashu Ya praninam pratipalam swaratam upetya Lila itena bhuvanani jayati jastram Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Golokanam nimichadam itale shatasya Devi maesha haridama suteshu teshu Tete prabhava nichaya vihitaschayena Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Shishti stite pralaya sadhana shakti reka Chayeva yasya bhuvanani vivarti durga Ichhanurupam api yasya cha cheshtatesa Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Shiram yata dadi vikara shayoga Danjayate naitata pratiyasito Yasam bhutam apitata samapatikarya Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Dipachireva ida shantaramabhyupetya Dipayate vridita etu samana dharma Yastatrideva isha vishnutaya vivati Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Yakaranarvada jale bhati smayoga Nidramananta jaganta saroma kupa Adara shakti mavalambya param swamurti Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yasveikanishvasita kala matavalambya Jivanti loma vidaja jagadandanatha Vishnur mahansaya yasya kala vishesho Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Basvam yatasma sakaleshu niseshu teshaha, Sviyam kiyat prakatayat apitat vahatra, Brahmaya esha jaganda vidhana karta, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Yadpada Pallava Yugam Venidaya Kumbha, Ganve Pranama Samaye Sanagadi Raja, Vignam Vihantu Mamalasya Jagatrayasya, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Agnirmahi Gaganam Marudi Sasha, Kalastatatma Manasiti Jagatrayani, Yashmat Bhavanti Vibhavanti Vishanti Yamsha, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Yakshuresha Savita Sakala Grahanam, Raja Samasa Suramurti Rashesha Teja, Yasyaknaya Brahmati Sambrita Kala Chakro, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Dharmo Tapapa Nichaya Srutaya Sapamsi, Brahmati Kita Pataga Vadaya Shajiva, Yadata Vatra Bhava Prakata Prabhava, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami,
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Yasvindra Gopa Matavindra Mahusma Karma, Bandana Rupa Palabhajana Matanuti, Karmani Nirdati Kintu Shabati Vajram, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Yam Krodha Kama Sahaja Pranayadi Viti, Vatsalya Moha Guru Gaurava Sevya Bhave, Sanchitya Kasha Sadishintanura Purete, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami,
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Thank you. Jai Gurudev, good morning. Are we ready for Navaratri? No, we are not. Looking forward for these 9 nights together, 10 days, the upcoming days. But anyway, because we will speak about Ma a lot, today I will not speak about Navaratri. Today we will speak about Lord Rama. We have Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 10, Verse 12. Tagvatama kirtya hata kirtyam ahan kavandaham sakyam vidaya kapivir datiya gatim taihi budvavata valini hate plagavendra saniyahir velam agatsa manujo ja bhagavarshita grihi. Lord Rama, whose lotus feet are worshipped by Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, had assumed the form of a human being. Thus he performed the funeral ceremony of Jatayu, who was killed by Ravana. The Lord then killed the demon named Kavanda, And after making friends with the monkey chief, killing Bali, and arranging for the deliverance of Mother Sita, he went to the beach of the ocean. So this is a little part. In the Bhagavatam, there is not a lot about Lord Ramachandra. It's mainly in the Ramayana that we can find the whole story. But everybody knows the story of Rama, because sometimes, yes? No? Okay. I think the story of Ram somehow shows these two qualities of a fully divine being that incarnated how many years ago? Treta Yuga? 2 million years ago. And already then speaks about the Lord assuming a human form and having his pastimes. So remember, they were both born, Sita, the consort of Lord Rama, and Rama. And when they meet and they consume the marriage, and somehow the story becomes a bit more dramatic. And Kaikeyi, Kaikeyi, one of the wife of Lord Rama's father, in a simplified way, made the father of Ram send Ram to exile for 14 years. So they end up in the forest, and in the forest, the sister of a demon, a huge demon, a powerful demon called Ravana, met them, and she fell in love with Rama. And because she saw that Rama was in love with Sita, that she was of extremely beauty, she went to her brother and told her about how beautiful she was. Like this, the brother would actually kidnap her, and she will get a chance with Rama. That's a very cunning way to get the Lord. And then, so Ravana comes, he kidnaps Sita, and this part of the verse is when Ravana is flying away with Sita, and Jatayu was a little bird, or not so little, but for Ravana's almighty power, was a little animal. And Jatayu tries to stop him, and Ravana kills him. And then Jatayu gives the clue to Lord Rama, who kidnapped Sita. So this is exactly that point. Lord Rama is bearing or making the funerary rites for Jatayu, and he's about to go to the ocean. And if you read the following verses, Lord Rama is in front of the ocean, and he's like calling to all the creatures in the ocean to give him the clue of where Sita is. And they are all trembling. All the creatures from the ocean. Varun, everybody's like, okay, the Lord is upset. So, but I think the main quality that displays the Ramayana is patience. You see, in every stage of their life, they need to work, or they show us how to work on patience. They were exiled for 14 years in the forest until Rama can come back to Ayodhya. Sita was abducted, I don't know for how many years, until she's been rescued. Then after they meet again, and Sita and Rama come back together, what happened? Because of the inhabitants of Ayodhya, they were doubting on the purity of Sita because she stayed too long with the demon Ravana. So Rama takes the decision to put Sita out of the picture in an ashram of Valmiki. Yeah, so they also are separated again. So you can see even like the Lord incarnates and he plays pastimes even with Lakshmi, that is Sita, and all the other actors. The patience attribute is always there. That you need to wait until the things develop. And Guruji tweeted a few days ago. He says, many times the Sadguru also teaches us this important lesson. Wait, have patience. Are we willing to make our efforts and then wait to the right time according to His plan? His plan which takes into account every single moment of our lives. So the Sadguru takes in account every single moment of our lives, and sometimes his plan, sometimes not every time, his plan is very different from our plan. And we want things to happen, we want things to manifest, we want the relationship with him, we want something from the world, and we are always in this state of mind of not fully satisfied because he's not giving us what we want. So Guruji was saying an important quality is patience, that we wait that his plan develops. So there is a nice passage on the Hanuman Lila from Vanamali, where the mother of Hanuman, Anjaneya, she's scolding on Hanuman and she refused to give him food. Rama is with Hanuman and the mother of Hanuman is very upset to Hanuman. Why? Because she says, how dare you? You went to Lanka, you found Mother Sita, and you didn't bring her back. And you needed to make Lord Rama go through all this suffering, waiting, and challenges. Imagine, Hanuman didn't have any problem to rescue Sita by himself. He burned Lanka down. He was like making fun of all the army of Ravana. And then Hanumanji explains to the mother that if he would have rescued Sita, he would have removed the honor on Lord Rama to rescue her. So the Lord's plan was that Lord Rama will rescue Sita and the whole Ramayana will actually happen. But of course, Hanuman could have just solved it in a fraction of a second. But you see, the plan of God is different for us, because that was always a question for me. Why didn't Hanuman just brought Sita back and that's it? Story finished. Yesterday I was speaking with a friend of mine, and she told me that she remembered yesterday because of a publication, these stories that show up in your phone time to time, that 10 years ago, a friend of her gave her a ticket to go to Latin America. She was not engaged with this man or anything, but he just felt like giving her this ticket. And she accepted. And because she did that trip 10 years ago, I met her, or she met me, one day by chance in my hometown, a small town in the mountain in the north of Argentina. Because that, fast forward 9 years later, I'm publishing, things about Guruji and things on my Facebook. We never continued the contact. We met there. We were like cool, felt like a friendship, but very fast. And then 9 years later, she see in my publications things about Shirdi Sai and about Guruji. So she started investigating a bit more about this. She ended up in a satsang of Rishi Aradhaka, speaking about other, like Babaji and other things. So she getting more interested about this. She came to meet Guruji. She came for the Guru, I think Shandilya Bhakti Sutra. Then she became devotee. So one night we were speaking with Guruji about this story with Swami Akash. How amazing it is how God plays the key pieces in our life that to show us the way. He's like just showing us or moving our life. As it says in the Twitter a few days ago. His plan takes into consideration every single moment of our lives. So without that friend of her giving her the ticket to Latin America, without our meeting there, without the post in Facebook 9 years later, maybe God would have another plan for her. But the thing is, she needed to meet Guruji. Then she became devotee and etc. And her life continued now as a devotee. With other coincidences in her life for other people to meet Guruji. Like a network of the master to bring people to him. So we were speaking with Guruji about this, with Swami Akash, and Guruji said, you see, God has long-term planning. And he was laughing about this. The other day we were having a meeting with a company that is the provider of hotel software that we use. It is a system that we run for Sri Pitanilaya. And we are talking with this person that is the technician or account manager there. And she told us that she is actually a devotee of Krishna. She doesn't belong to any organization, but she loves Krishna. And so we continue the talk. She lives in Barcelona. So the conversation from technical, hotel software, whatever, became like a very spiritual conversation. I told her that I was in Barcelona giving a talk like 2 weeks ago. And she said like, oh, I missed it. I was not there for the Bhakti Festival. And she told me that she's from Brazil. And that she lived in Paraty. That is a beautiful island in Brazil. Or in the coast. Yeah. And I told her, oh, by chance, do you know Pritu? Because he's a Brazilian and he was in the Hare Krishna movement. And she said, like, yeah, of course I know him, but I'm much closer to his brother, Dira. And I said, are you kidding me? Like, Dira is doing seva here in the kitchen. And she said, like, no way. Really, like a conversation about hotel software, variables, programming and stuff, ended up to a super spiritual conversation. I go with the computer down to the kitchen. I found Dira. And she's like, Dira, no way. And Dira is telling her like, oh, Luisa, so long time. So they met, they were actually good friends, and they continue the contact in Instagram, and like time to time they talk. So Dira goes away and I come back. We are trying to come back to the conversation, but it's impossible at this point. And she says like, like I love Krishna, but actually my biggest connection is with Lord Narasimha. I said like, no way, like in Sri Pitanilaya, our main deity is Narsingadev. And she puts the arms like this on the screen. And she said, like, goosebumps. She says, like, I love Narsingadev. So, and you see, she get emotional, like the calling, like something from within her heart, just like trying to show her, like, come on, you need to follow this. Go in there. So basically we spoke a little bit more, and then she continued with Dira the conversation, and she wants to come to visit, etc. So you see always that there is this long-term planning of his plan, and how he plays everybody on the right position at the right time. But normally what we lack, and Lord Rama is showing us, is this quality of patience. That at the right moment, his plan will be revealed. And this is what I normally forget. The rush for results doesn't allow me to see the beauty of his plan. And a short but very long story that took me 7 years is my Ishtadev. Since I came to Bhakti Marga, I learned that one of the most important things that you need to know is your Ishtadev, because it's the aspect of the divine that was always with your soul, always guiding your soul through your journey. Guruji mentioned about that in the Guru Gita. Do you remember? A devotee should only be focusing his Ishtadev and the Sadguru. And then Guruji was explaining about the Guru Mantra, how important is the Guru Mantra. And I was having conversations with people about these topics, and they were saying like, oh, I'm so sad I don't have my Guru Mantra. And I was telling them like, oh, you should be happy. Like, I don't even have my Ishtadev. I tried so many times with Guruji to ask him, and he was always dodging the question. And like the first time I cornered him because we were in a car. Inside of the car, I was sitting in the front, and I turned to the back where was Guruji seated, and I said, Guruji, can I ask you a question? And he said, yeah, ask. I said, Guruji, can I know my Ishtadev? And he smiled and he said, you will get to know, when you will get to know her, you will see her everywhere. But then he didn't answer, and this was 7 years ago. The time passed. I got the Lakshmi, and I was worshipping Lakshmi because he says she. So I said, okay, I worship the ultimate she. And I asked him, many times I just crossed him around. And one day I was reading in my room about the importance of the Ishtadev in the devotee manual. And Guruji just walked in that moment. And he goes to my altar and he says, is that your deity? I say, yes. I say, Guruji, I'm reading about the Ishtadev and the importance that we should know about when we become devotees. This is the first thing we should ask you. And he said, oh, yeah. And he walks away. I said, like, no. So this goes on, 7 years. At some point, I gave up and said, okay. I mean, many times a year I remember about this, but nothing to do with him. So we started 2 weeks ago, the Atma Kriya teacher training. And for the last ritual, you need to meditate. There is a ritual that you need to meditate in your Ishtadev. So Daya asked to the people, like, okay, everybody knows their Ishtadev. And I'm the only one who says, like, I don't know it. And she said, like, are you kidding me? And I say, no, like, Guruji never said. So she wrote to Guruji. And Guruji, like, we need to know the Ishtadev of Aditya because, the ritual. And so it's almost 11:30 in the night, and we are about to go to silence. So at 12 in the night, we are supposed not to speak anymore, not sending any text messages or telegram or anything. And around 11:45 or something, where is it? I receive a message from Guruji who says, I just heard you don't know your Ishtadev. And I'm at this point in a mix of happiness and sorrow and angry, and like, I asked you so many times. So I just sent him a depressed face, emoji. And he answered back, yes or no. And I say, I don't know my Ishtadev, Guruji. And he says, how come? And at this point I was okay, but I was laughing, but this was sweet, was actually very sweet. And I told him, I asked you a few times without success. And he answered back, and he says, it's Sitaram. And so I started laughing and crying, and Guruji sent me a heart, and also laughing. And he was also sending so many laughing emojis, like, how is possible you don't know your Ishtadev, after 7 years? And then I start thinking, like, actually many things happened in my life with Sitaram that I could not see. Like, one time I was in my room, and suddenly, like, I had a private room, and a deity of Ram appears in my altar. And so I thought it was manifested. I started worshipping it. I did an Abhishekam. I was so happy. It was Ram Navami. And I was asking the Prabhu group, like, someone put this deity in my room. Nobody answers. And so I was so happy. And I went to see Guruji, expecting him to tell me, like, you saw Ram manifested in your bedroom. But then ended up being Jaitreya's deity, that he put it there because he needed to come to do event seva. So he went into my room, he put the deity and left. But then someone hearing this story, they gifted me a Sitaram Murti. And I was so upset because Ram was not manifested that I just gave it away. Then, for some reason I have like 5 Hanumans in my altar. Guruji told me to serve Hanuman. One day, super weird, I'm in my room, and my phone activates out of nowhere and start chanting a mantra with Ram on it, Ram name on it. Very weird. I never heard it. So I'm freaking out. I get the phone and start searching for apps, open apps, YouTube, anything that could be playing that. I close all the apps. Okay, I place the phone. My roommate comes out of the bathroom, or he comes inside of the room, and I told him, like, bro, this weird thing happened. My phone just started out of nowhere, this melody, this mantra. And then in that moment, the mantra starts again in the phone. And so we were amazed, and I wrote to Guruji to check if it was a technical problem of my phone or something. And his answer was, just chant it. But I didn't chant it. Maybe I chanted one day, and then, I forgot. So, I mean, this and many things, also, like, we are part of the replacement team for Ram Darba here in the temple. So, like, you can say, like, God was showing me in different ways my connection, my relationship with the divine, but for me it was not so clear. So, as a conclusion, is that everything will come at the right time. His plan to manifest in our life. It's not how we want it, but how he wants. And there is this sweetness on it in his plan. That is much different. If he would have told me maybe before, I would not have appreciated that. That same night that Guruji told me, actually I have a crazy dream with the deity coming out from Guruji's heart. I wake up crying, I really appreciate to know that now. 7 years ago, I would just take it, okay, my Ishtadev. Guruji was speaking a lot about that, the Ishtadev and the devotee, and how much we should build that relationship with our Ishtadev. So yeah, it's important to follow the signs and to wait until his plan manifests in our life. And in the Guru Gita, Guruji said his life, about the Sadguru, no? His life is selfless and pure. The one who works through him is the same divinity that is within everyone in the core of everybody's heart. He allowed that divinity to manifest and operate from that space all the time. And he said, to truly love the Sadguru, one needs to learn to see him everywhere, especially inside your heart and everybody's heart in every situation. So in this patience, while we wait things to happen in our life, I think this is the mindset, to actually see how he manifests in every single aspect of our life, how he meditated, how he created every single aspect of our lives, that today we meet him, and how the story continues from now on. Jai Gurudev.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Pralada Lada Daine. Pralada Lada Daine. Hiranyakashipur Vakshaha.
Hiranyakashipur Vakshaha.
Hiranyakashipur Vakshaha.
Hiranyakashipur Vakshaha.
Shilatankana Kalaye.
Shilatankana Kalaye.
Shilatankana Kalaye.
Shilatankana Kalaye.
Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho.
Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho.
Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho.
Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho.
Yato Yato Yamitato Narasimho.
Yatto Yatto Yamitato Narasimho.
Yato Yato Yamitato Narasimho.
Yatto Yatto Yamitato Narasimho.
Bahir Narasimho Hirdaye Narasimho.
Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho.
Bahir Narasimho Hirdaye Narasimho.
Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho.
Narasimham Adim Sharanam Prapade.
Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapade.
Narasimha Adim Sharanam Prapade.
Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapade.
Tava kara kamala vare nakam Aduta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubrim Keshavadirta Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadishare Jayo Jagadishare Jayo Jagadishare Jayo Jagadishare Tava kara kamala vare nakam Aduta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadirta Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadishare Jayo Jagadishare Jayo Jagadishare Jayo Jagadishare Keshavadirta Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadishare Jayo Jagadishare Jayo Jagadishare Jayo Jagadishare Jayo Jayo Narsimadev 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 Jayo Narsimadev Jayo Narsingadev 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 Jayo Narsingadev Jayo Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Bhakta Swarupa Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Bhakta Swarupa Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Jayo Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Bhakta Swarupa Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Bhakta Swarupa Jayo Prahlad Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Sri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Sri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev Satgurudev Maharaj ki Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala me Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala me Prapati Dharme Karataya Mangala Mangala me Prapati Dharme Karataya Mangala Mangala me O Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me Saligrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala me Saligrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala me Tridandadarine Godagrajaya Mangala Mangala me Tridandadarine Godagrajaya Mangala Mangala me O Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me Range Sakin Karyarataya Mangala Mangala Me Range Sakin Karyarataya Mangala Mangala Me Mananataya Darini Taraya Mangala Mangala Me Mananataya Darini Daraya Mangala Mangala Me O Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Oh Mangala Mangala Me Om Jai Jagadisha Re Swami Jai Jagadisha Re Bhakta Janon Ke Sankata Dasa Janon Ke Sankata Sharna Me Dura Kare Om Jai Jagadisha Re Jodhya Ve Pala Pave Dukha Vina Se Manaka Swami Dukha Vina Se Manaka Sukha Sampati Gara Ave Sukha Sampati Gara Ave Ashtami Te Tanaka Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Mata Pita Tuma Mere Sharanaga Umen Kisaki Swami Sharanaga Umen Kisaki Tuma Bina Aura Na Duja Tuma Bina Aura Na Duja Ashakaru Men Kisaki Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Tuma Purana Paramatma Tuma Antarayami Swami Tuma Antarayami Para Brahma Parameshwar Para Brahma Parameshwar Tuma Sabake Swami Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Tuma Karuna Ke Sagar Tuma Palana Karata Swami Tuma Palana Karata Men Sevaka Tuma Swami Men Sevaka Tuma Swami Kripa Karo Bharata Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Tuma O Eka Agoshan Sabake Pranapati Swami Sabake Pranapati Kisa Vide Milo Daya Maya Kisa Vide Milo Kripa Maya Tuma Kome Kumati Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Dina Bandhu Dukha Harta Tumara Shaka Mere Swami Tumara Shaka Mere Karuna Hata Badao Karuna Hata Badao Sharana Pada Tere Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Vishaya Vikara Mitao Paparo Deva Swami Paparo Deva Shada Bhakti Badao Shada Prema Badao Santana Ki Seva Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Dana Mana Dana Saba Entera Swami Saba Kusha Entera Swami Saba Kusha Entera Tera Tujhko Arpan Tera Tujhko Arpan Kya lage mera Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Swami Jai Jagadisha Hare Das Jano Ke Sankata Das Jano Ke Sankata Charame Dura Kare Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Mane Chakra Rakho Ji Giridhari Lala Chakra Rakho Ji Giridhari Lala Chakra Rakho Ji Giridhari Lala Chakra Rakho Ji Mane Chakra Rakho Ji Giridhari Lala Chakra Rakho Ji Giridhari Lala Chakra Rakho Ji Giridhari Lala Chakra Rakho Ji Oh Chakra Rakho Chakra Rakho Chakra Rakho chakra rakho, chakra rakho, chakra rakho ji, mane chakra rakho ji, giridhari lala chakra rakho ji, Shama mane chakra rakho ji, giridhari lala chakra rakho ji, Govinda mane chakra rakho ji, giridhari lala chakra rakho ji, giridhari lala chakra rakho ji, giridhari lala chakra rakho ji. Tvameva mata chapita tvameva, tvameva bandusha sakha tvameva, tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva, tvameva sarvam mama deva deva, tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Govinda asato ma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityurma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
प्रेम से बोल श्री लक्ष्मीनारायण भगवान की, श्री भूतभृतेश्वरनाथ नरसिंह भगवान की, प्रेम से बोल श्री राधा कृष्ण कन्हैया की, श्री माता क्रिया बाबा जी की, श्री रामानुजाचार्य की, प्रेम से बोलो सतगुरुदेव श्री स्वामी विश्वानंदा महाप्रभु की। ओम कृष्णाय गोविंदाय गोपीजन वल्लभाय पराय परम पुरुषाय हरे कर्म मंत्रयंत्र तंत्र औषधास्त्र शस्त्राणि समरा समरा नितोर मुचाय मुचाय। ओम नमो भगवते मा सुदर्शनाय दिति ज्वला प्रिताय सरदिक्षुमान उम्पत परस्मै परब्रह्मणे परम ज्योतिषे स्वाहा। ओम शांति शांति शांति, श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे। वेंकटरमण गोविंदा, गोपिका जीवन स्मरण गोविंदा, भक्तवत्सला गोविंदा, गोविंद गोविंद गोविंदा। कुंडलिक वरदे एकनाथ नंदेव, पंडरीनाथ महाराज की, समास भक्त मंडली की, अलवारे पेरुमना तिरुवलिकलये शरणा।